Welcome back.
Hello.
Hook, Slice, and Speak. Episode 20, the big 20.
Hey.
Cute fireworks. I mean, we're here, man. That's
Jacoby
awesome.
can work his magic to get it going in the back, dude.
Yeah, I mean, 20 episodes. Who knew we'd get here after we started our first episode in the maintenance shop?
I feel like it should be like 28 episodes with how many weeks we've missed.
Honestly, yeah, we've missed quite a few.
Let's not talk about that.
We're going to forget that. Yeah. But yeah, we got a few segments for you today. We're going to talk about the old tour with the Open coming up, the British this week. Broadlands update, or we'll talk about the Corn Ferry Monday qualifier we had here a couple days ago. And then Brice is going to have his luck at a little golf lesson.
I've been playing some hot garbage golf, as we discussed last week, so
yeah,
it's time to get it figured out.
But yeah, going into the old tour talk, we've got the Open this week.
We do.
At Royal Liverpool?
I honestly don't even know.
Is that right? Royal Troon.
Troon.
Okay, I was close enough. Who's your pick?
I'm going to take Rory. Bounce back. He's giving the choke symbol, dude.
I'm going to call it now. He's missing the cut.
Rory's not even going to make the cut.
He's missing the cut.
I will bet you $100
He's so mentally shattered that he's missing the cut.
Right here, right now, that he makes the cut, that he plays the
$100
weekend.
that Rory
Put
missed.
your money where your mouth is, Hunter. There it is.
that's a
right
sad bet. I'll probably lose that bet, but it's going to be really funny if Rory misses the cut.
That's going to be $100 out of my pocket that I will be upset about, for sure.
I'm taking Tony.
Tony Finau.
I'm taking Tony.
Oh my God, you didn't go Scotty Scheffler, Jacoby. What a day. Mark it on the calendar. He didn't take Scotty Scheffler.
I feel like he might be in a little bit of a slump. He's only going to shoot like 30 under this week, and
dude,
Tony's gonna
30
shoot
under
31.
in Scotland or in Britain, wherever it is like going really low.
Yeah, I mean he's good. Let's just put it that way. He's good. He's really good. But Tony's going to beat him this week.
Tony is. Why are you picking Tony? Like, what's the basis behind it?
Tony.
He played good at the Pinehurst a couple weeks ago.
He played fantastic
Yeah.
in Pinehurst, and I think I don't know. I just got a good feeling. He's a good links player. He's got a good golf swing. He goes back like this far, but he's like 6'8", so it works. Yeah, I like Tony, man. I think he's gonna play well. I hope if he putts well, he'll play well.
I think it would be good for golf if Tony won, because I think
For
that
sure.
Tony has a pretty good following of fans.
Especially with the younger audience, too.
Right, like a lot of younger kids might like be like, "Oh, Tony won! Like I need to get out to the range this weekend or get out to the course this weekend
agree.
and start playing."
For sure.
Yeah.
I think Tony does a lot of things good for the game of golf. So
For sure.
that's my pick. Tony Finau.
I wanted to ask this question. Like, it's called the Open, and I don't like that. I wish they would just stick with calling it the British Open, even though it's not always played in Britain.
Is that why people are like shying away from calling it the British Open?
I feel
Because like when I was
that's what
growing
I've
up, it was
been-
always called the British.
Same here, right? It's
But
the
now
British
it's
Open.
the Open.
But sometimes they play it in Scotland, and sometimes they play it in wherever, in Ireland or whatever.
It should be
but-
called like the European Open
Hmm.
because it's all over Europe.
It's not really though. Like it stays like in the United Kingdom.
The United Kingdom Open.
That's a mouthful.
No, I don't like that name.
The UKO. I like it.
Well, you'll still hear guys call it like the British.
Yeah, a lot of tour guys still call it the British Open for
Yeah.
sure. Which we like. If I say the Open Championship to like my friends who aren't as involved in golf as we are, they're like, "What?" And I'm like, "The British Open."
Yeah,
They're like,
yeah.
Oh yeah.
And I'll hear the same thing about the U.S. Open. I'll say the U.S. Open, and then guys that I'll talk to that don't play golf at all think it's about tennis.
Tennis, right?
Yeah.
Right.
And then they're just all confused.
So we need recommendations on what to call the British Open other than the Open, and we need recommendations on what to call the U.S. Open other than the U.S. Open.
Because we have a lot of influence over what it's called.
We will petition the PGA Tour and Royal and Ancient to change the names of these deeply seated historical golf tournaments.
We are well connected in the
from
industry.
right here at the Broadlands in Broomfield, Colorado.
I like it. Let's go more local here.
All right.
Corn Ferry, just up at the TPC Colorado. And we had a Monday qualifier for that event right here at this golf course,
9 days ago.
which was awesome.
It was so cool.
It was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed myself that day. It was cool to see all these players out here. Definitely a lot of guys in form, playing golf. I think that golf course was set up about as hard as it could have been, or pretty dang close.
TPC?
No, here.
Here? Yeah, I would agree with that.
And it was 8 under that one?
8 under one here. Yeah, would we have an 8 and a 7 and like a 9-way tie at 6 under for 2 spots?
Correct.
Right.
And then that playoff went 3 holes. which was fun to watch. Really
Right.
sad way to see it finish with the guy two putting for bogey from a pretty short distance, but it is what it is. But yeah, it was cool. And then a guy, I'm sorry, I can't remember his name off the top of my head, that qualified in that playoff, made an ace up at
At
TPC,
TPC.
on number 3.
We should know his name.
We should. It was a par 4.
It was a par 4, like 360 carry par 4.
I'm doing some
Hunter's gonna
investigating.
look. Like, I don't know. Did you guys walk with Chris in the
Playoff?
at
Yeah.
all? And
I watched the whole
that
thing.
same kid drove it past our first green.
Yeah, he drove it. I don't have any
That's a
service.
401 yard par 4, and he drove it over the green,
Yeah.
which is just wildly
I've never seen that
ridiculous.
in my life. And it was funny. Like, I was watching their practice rounds the day before, and I watched 3 groups go through. So I watched 9 guys or so,
Right.
and half of them hit the green on one
Like
from the tee.
just driving it to the green.
Mm-hmm.
Golly.
Their swings are so good.
It must be nice, dude, just to find the center of the club face whenever you want.
I wish I knew how to do that.
I wish I did too. And what's crazy is that, like, a lot of those guys aren't any bigger or stronger or anything than you and I. Like,
They're
not
not any
like,
bigger. They're definitely stronger than we are.
Yeah, their core probably is. Those guys
They
probably
train
work out.
to hit it far.
Yeah,
So
we don't do that.
they're definitely stronger. But they're not as big. Or
They're yeah,
bigger.
yeah. Like,
Yeah.
a lot of those guys probably weigh no less than 180 pounds.
Yeah.
And they're piping it out there. So But
Respect.
There are a lot of lean muscle on those dudes.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, what a great event. Like you said, the golf course was playing hard. We had greens rolling at like 11 and a half. Even one of the rules officials stopped and talked to Angela, our assistant, and I, and he's like, how are greens rolling? Like, they look like they're rolling fast. He thought that they were over 12.
I don't know
they
about
were,
that.
They were not over 12 on a stimp meter. But Chris also brought up a good point, our boss, that we've had a lot more of those higher level qualifying tournaments, from the ladies U.S. Amateur qualifier a couple weeks ago, and the U.S. Open qualifier for the men just a couple months ago, and now this Corn Ferry Tour qualifier. So green speeds are definitely a little bit quicker here at Broadlands right now.
Yeah, and it's fun to see. Like, I hit every putt 5 feet by today. Which is good. Like, that's a good thing. I just need to get used to it so I can start putting well. But yeah, no, I was very, very happy to see the course conditions, the staff condition. Everybody just had a good day that day. So I was proud. Very proud.
Did we hear any compliments or anything from CGA guys?
Of course.
Yeah, they were all happy with how
Yeah,
things...
Colorado PGA, which is the guys that ran it, not the CGA.
I'm sorry.
No, it's a lot of names
A
and
lot
stuff.
of acronyms there.
But yeah, they ran it. They had nothing but good things to say. The players had nothing but good things to say. And I'll say this live on the podcast right now for anyone that complains about our bunkers. Not one complaint all day on the entire golf course about the bunkers. So.
Okay, so we had 84 guys trying to qualify.
Mm-hmm.
Like, how many of them do you think actually played in a bunker though? Like maybe half?
No, I would say 3/4 of them.
Yeah. Okay.
3/4 of them were probably in one bunker all day.
Right.
Because there's a lot of bunkers on this property.
We do have a lot of bunkers, but we've also made a huge push on the maintenance side to add a lot of sand to bunkers this year. And with the staff size that we have, we've been able to attend to them more often, which has definitely improved
And it shows.
our playing ability, or our playing conditions and those things. So
It shows very well,
Yeah.
which is good.
Yep.
Good to see.
okay,
Things are well here at the Broadlands.
that's right.
Let's go work on Brice's golf swing because it needs it.
I like it. Let's do it.
All right.
I can do that on the range, but not on the golf course.
It's a lot different hitting balls on the range, for sure. We're good? All right, here we are. Little golf lesson with Brice.
Golf lesson. This is take 2.
Take 2, so this feels a little repetitive here, Brice, but what's going on with your golf game? What's the miss right now?
As we were talking about, everything's been left.
Left.
Like, it's been a pole or a hook.
Okay.
And I feel like in my swing, if I hook it, I'm definitely just stopping my lower body and just swinging around them, or my upper body just coming around them.
Okay, interesting.
Um,
Are you naturally a fader of the golf ball?
yes.
I know that, but I
everything-
just want that
right,
for the
right. Everything goes up and to the right. That's
Yeah.
how it's supposed to go for me.
up and to the right, and usually way too far right. No, I'm just kidding.
Not not that far right.
Yeah.
So I played yesterday. I think I shot 48 with 1 lost ball. We talked about lost balls. We don't want lost balls. That's the goal.
Well, I mean, but one lost ball should only equate to like a 43,
I mean,
not a
right,
48.
Right.
Was it the putting? Was it hitting everything
I
left?
think it was just that everything was going left.
Okay.
And now we've hit 4 or 5 balls, and I haven't hit anything.
I know.
left,
I've
but
seen nothing but perfect shots so far, but let's take a look here.
We're going at the red flag out there, which I'm sure everybody can see clearly as day, I'm sure. Oh, there's a left pull.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. Let's see one more.
When I first started playing too, and like when I was first kind of getting serious about golf, one of the guys that I learned a lot from, my swing would like, I felt like I would collapse in my swing.
Yeah.
Things would be chunky. I'd hit it chunky a lot, which maybe I'm kind of getting back to that.
Yeah.
And it's equating to a pull, maybe. I don't know.
That could be. It could be.
Maybe just not as exaggerated as it once was. Oh, that was pure.
Yeah, that was nice. Good swing there.
Now, can I copy it all the time, Hunter? How do you do that?
Nobody can do that.
Yeah. The guys on tour can.
No, they can't. But you can. That was so good. That was perfect.
But it is like, it's still kind of fat. You know?
Did you chunk that one?
I felt like it was kind of fat.
To me, it felt like you hit that one good, but I don't know.
Sweet spot.
This guy can't miss anymore.
We just needed to get on a lesson here and just start piping them, I guess. What do you see in the swing, Hunter? Nothing?
I'm not going to tell you anything if you're hitting it well.
Oh my gosh, dude. That's 4 in a row.
But what do you have, an 8-iron?
Yeah.
Pull out a 5-iron. Let's really expose these mistakes here.
Watch me shank this one left.
It's the mic. The mic on me did it.
All right, 5-iron. See if we can repeat the swing, huh? I mean...
Yeah, you suck. You just right at the hole.
Maybe I just needed to get in front of a couple of professional golfers and put my swing in to see how it felt. Oh, there's a chunky one, Hunter.
Yeah, yeah. So I see where it's coming from. So your golf swing, you're like a fast twitch guy, right? Like you grew up being an athlete, like I can tell just the way that you swing the golf club. So when you start, you have this little move where you'll like do this
Yes.
and come back a little bit.
Right.
And on the ones that you're pulling, you're just staying on your back foot. And you're just letting your body kind of wrap around and come to the left.
Okay.
Right? So I would try, instead of having that little move at the start, do this little thing where you turn.
Just get the turn.
Instead of getting this guy moving this way, right?
Getting the slide going.
Yeah.
God, you know how hard that's going to be?
So really focus on your takeaway, really, really slow, just right here. Yeah.
I didn't hit it right, thank God. Or I didn't hit it left, thank God.
Yeah, I was going to say, you definitely hit it a little right, but that's all right. A takeaway is a weird thing to change, but it is the most important part of your swing.
Sure. The most important, huh?
Absolutely the most important thing. There you go. Good swing. Just pushed
I'll
it.
take that.
Just pushed it a little bit.
Yeah, I'll take the push over the...
Well, with the 5-iron too, right?
Right.
Yeah. That one I saw it the most, where you really didn't move back anything. You just turned. That was nice.
Dude, I'll take that.
Yeah.
Not one has went left so far.
Yeah, it's the only time you're going left is when you really over-exaggerate that, and you just come a little too far to the right this way, and then you just get stuck.
Get stuck on that back side.
Yeah. Okay. A little too much of a push there.
Right. Okay, we got something to work on now.
Yeah.